Order! I demand that all of you maintain some level of respect in this courtroom when we turn attention to the defendants.
Well, in that case, I'll have a large number 4 with a root beer, please, and hold the pickles. Get it? Because you said order?
Do that again, and I will kill you. The courtroom now signifies that the People vs. Excalibur judges is now in motion. Let us commence with the defendants, shall we? Defendants, please rise at this moment. Athena, Glapis Raylan, Alm, Joseph Rickard, Ares, and Cross Eyes, all of you are suspects in the murder of the highly esteemed and respected Marshal Tseng.
Who the fuck respected Tseng? Yeah, Cal, what the fuck? Why do you respect Tseng?
I really don't. None of us did, but calling him that was the only way I could be a justice here.
Hey, while I got your attention, Cal, could I maybe get out of jail free here? We're practically brothers and all, so it'd be super fucking poggers if I could... Defense!
Oh, he means defense. Yes, does the defense wish to make an opening statement?
Hello, I was never given an attorney.
Oh, yes, none of you were. Well, tough tits. Do we at least have a prosecutor?
Well, come on, people! Somebody needs to volunteer. I've got a potluck at 6.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I was caught up in an important surgery and lost track of time. But I've got everything I need, so let's get started.
What are you gonna do, Cyclops? Smile at us to death? Use depth perception to back up your argument?
Ha, yes, that was quite humorous, I suppose. Pachacamac, 493 Apple Grove Road, Social Security number 276-620-558, dies from internal bleeding due to a fractured rib after blunt force on April 9th, 2033.
Oh, great. We have another John Westy on our hands. Can't wait to see what shit this idiot digs up.
Oh no, my ravenous friend, I assure you, I'm nothing like that paranoid, family-murdering buffoon. No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm most certainly not a detective. I'm but a humble, sociopathic, homicidal maniac who enjoys cutting into the soft flesh of people and stitching them back up. I'm not a mystery solver, I simply know how to understand the mind of a killer, because, well, I've had first-hand experience.
Can I have a different prosecutor, please?
Which brings me to my first bit of evidence. Exhibit A, the dismembered Tomoko 119. It seems as though the marshal was hoping to get his hands on some fairly valuable information from this lady. But what evidence, you ask? I theorize that the marshal wanted to learn the secrets of cloning and self-replication. Perhaps he wanted to replicate himself? But one of the suspects is already quite familiar with self-replication. Mr. Cross-Eyes?
I ain't done nothing.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
Now, will you please take the stand?
make me. Shit.
Now, Mr. Eyes, you have the ability to duplicate yourself, correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And to what extent do you have control of these copies?
Yeah, not much. We're all free thinking, but our personalities remain the same. Except for that cross-eyes that wears those cat ears, but we try not to talk to him.
Okay, so if you all have the same personality, I assume you would all have the same reaction to this?
You put that down, you piece of shit! Don't make me kill you!
Now calm down, everyone. This was merely an exercise. Cross-Eyes here was only approached. The real killer took advantage of Cross-Eyes' doll obsession and used it to formulate their motive to kill the marshal. However, the Cross-Eyes that was approached wasn't able to. He was too busy getting ready for round 4. So, he had to outsource the assassination to someone else. I call MartyColor to the stand.
You've got to be kidding me.
Why exactly are you cutting to me after talking about outsourcing a killer?
Very simple, my pubic facial hair friend. I gather that you put more of the puzzle together than anyone else in this courtroom. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, nobody in this courtroom is real, so I guess technically?
Let's not get off track. Now, what exactly have you gathered from listening to the recordings that the Vitalians have secured?
Well, I realized that the person who offered to kill Tseng was completely shit-faced when they offered it, so that instantly puts Alm in the spotlight. And I think Glapis has been shown to get drunk too. The real question is, who are they talking to? Because one of the people said that they agreed with them for once, meaning that they don't usually get along. So that means it could have either been Alma and M or Ares and Athena. But I really don't think it's Alma and M because they haven't been on good enough terms to go to a bar together. Oh, the other thing I found was that...
Pepsi-Cola? More like Popsy Coke balls.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, now that we've got that out, let's canonically kill you off to keep you out of any future plans.
Wait, what?
Next witness! Next witness!
Will somebody bring him in a book or something?
Now, Mr. Ares, would you say that you and Miss Athena bicker often?
Yes. We're very good friends, but we bicker sometimes. We're both pretty stubborn, so we clash with our ideas.
And has Athena ever shown any signs of being vindictive or violent?
Yes, sir. When we visited the Calamite headquarters, she stabbed herself and went on the Phobians.
Interesting. And do you, by chance, recall anything from the night where several judges were in a bar together, potentially plotting against the marshal himself?
Nope. I was absolutely blackout drunk that night.
Well, this is going nowhere. No further questions, Your Honors.
Get to the good stuff already!
Oh, and get to the good stuff I will, Your Honor. I summon Joseph Rickard to the stand. Rickard. What a fall you've had, my friend.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your character progression, of course. Used to be so full of energy and pep. Where did it all go?
I've, had a lot on my mind recently.
Ah, I know, my friend. I know exactly what's been going on in your mind. I am a doctor, after all. Tell me about your good friend, Jebediah.
You keep that name out of your mouth.
Can you please move this along, Mr. Dotts?
Ah, of course. Let me lay this all out, nice and flat. It all started when Ares and Athena broke into the Calamite headquarters. They met up with Ares to get secret info, but that did not end up according to what they had planned. Athena was badly injured, and was not appreciated by her cohorts. This made the decision all too simple when Tseng approached her asking for her assistance in acquiring the Nether Seal. Flash forward, Marshal Tseng took a trip to Ik Island. By this point, his desire for the wish was well known. Now, of course, the other judges didn't like that, so they conspired to take him out before he could carry out his Vitalian misdeeds. People on board with killing the Marshal? Alm, Ares, and Joseph. People who were opposed? M, Galapis, and Athena. The killers went to Cross Eyes for help, but he was too busy. He got a third party to help out. This third party? None other than the newly found form of Jebediah King. Cross Eyes can communicate with Ravenous with ease, so it didn't take long for him to get on board. However, the opposers also had somebody on their side of the fight, the ancient figure Incipiens Vis. The plan was simple: break into the Marshal's quarters and kill him. But at the last minute, Joseph and Jebediah went missing. I believe that Joseph had a change of heart and decided not to kill Tseng, so he disappeared. Ares and Alm proceeded with their plan as normal. They forced their way into the living space of the Marshal, only to be met in opposition by M, Galapis, Athena, and Vis. M used ice against the killers, which was counteracted by Ares' fire. Athena summoned spears from sand, which splintered against the killers. The ash found was caused both by Ares' fireballs and Vis's ash left on his body. It was a close battle, and the defenders were about to win when suddenly a large, hunkering, ravenous Jebediah King burst into the parlor with Joseph, tipping the fight in favor of the attackers. Jebediah used his mind-invading ability to get Joseph back on board with the assassination, and in the process of doing so, tore off a bit of his cloak. Jebediah and Joseph easily took down the defenders and made their way to Tseng's quarters, where the real attack began. Tseng confronted Joseph and asked if it was because of him, referring to Jebediah. Joseph's sword is able to change into whatever shape he sees fit, and so he shot, bashed, and bludgeoned the Marshal to death. In the process of doing so, the sword broke in half while it was in the form of Galapis's shovel, and so a broken shovel with Tseng's DNA was found at the crime. In anguish and guilt, Joseph grew catatonic and distant from the rest of the judges in shame for what he had done while under the control of Jebediah. Out of fear for the reputation of the judges, the rest agreed never to discuss the assassination attempt. And that leads us to today, where one of you is at risk of imprisonment or a punishment far, far worse.
You think I feel good about this? I would have loved nothing more than to be able to save him. Watching your own hands murder one of your own fellow judges. It was terrible.
It seems as though I'm needed by another source. Regardless, my point has been made. Justice Callium, Justice Kamak,
Yes?
I trust that you will provide an adequate sentence to this man. And if you need any help with ideas of how to reprimand him, well, my office is always open. Ta-ta.
Set him on fire!
Got that shit taken care of?
Of course I did, Jax. I'm a mastermind. You know this.
Yeah, whatever you say, Brainiac. So where to now?
Well, Dr. Kessler told me we should meet them at the base of the Excalibur station. I suppose Lewis and Bella are already in position. Are you armed?
Always am. As soon as we see a stupid Australian face, I'm blasting away. Pow, pow, pow.
Oh, you stupid thing. I'll explain on the way.